Hi, how are you? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year again.
So, why don't you tell me your name and your age and tell me a little bit about yourself?
Uh, Michael Chin, 29. Something interesting about myself. I can't think of anything.
Horoscope. Favorite sport.
Capricorn, I think. Favorite sport. I don't even know what the horoscope categories are nowadays because I don't usually look at it. Favorite sport. Uh,
Favorite movie. Comic book. Superhero.
Comic books. Oh, this is guy. Like, I'm a Star Trek fan, if that counts for
Interesting.
anything.
Okay.
Star Wars fan, too. I don't take sides.
Oh, Star Wars is pretty cool. All right, so tell me how you become involved with the City Tutors.
So I graduated City College in, what was it, winter 2011 with a degree in political science. No idea what I wanted to do. So I went to one of my professors and he worked with Gary in an office called the Office of Student Success. That office got split now, but back then Gary knew Professor Michael Bush, and so he introduced me to Gary, and I sort of got started as a reading and writing tutor.
Mm-hmm.
Still trying to remember the year. I think it was fall 2015.
Okay. So tell me your experience as a tutor compared to what you do now, which is like basically tutor training and like organizing like schedules and stuff like that.
It was a simpler time back then. Although things have changed a lot since then. So back when I was being a tutor, it was only working, well, for the fall semester I was working with one student. So it was just like an hour session that we had in the LAC library Tuesdays and Thursdays, I think. And basically I was helping him with whatever he had difficulty with. So if he had paper assignments for his philosophy class, his sociology class, we would just go over like what he might want to do in order to sort of organize like his paper, or how he should be taking notes or doing the reading. It changed a lot in the spring semester because then I wasn't working with just one student anymore. I was sort of moderating an online blog in a class of 70 students. And so that one required that I sit in the class once every Friday because it was only on Fridays. I didn't mind that because I never took an introductory to sociology class, so it was actually pretty interesting. But I was probably coming in with certain skills that a lot of freshman students weren't having. So in addition to moderating the blog, I would also do little lessons in the class. They were like 15-minute lessons. And that involved like, how do I normally take notes for the class? How do I normally do the reading for the class? And in addition to that, the instructor, since I was available for the class, she allowed the students to do paper rewrites. Mm-hmm. So I met with the students who were interested in doing a paper rewrite to like go over their first draft of the paper and sort of ask or work with them on what it is that they might need to do in order to improve for the second draft.
Okay. So, is there anything that you enjoy most about working with the City Tutors?
Meeting people, traveling places.
Interesting. What places have you gone to?
Oh, when I say traveling places, I mean to places in New York.
Oh, like commuting?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, the commuting, it can be fun depending on if the subway works because I'm a subway guy.
Exactly.
But we, like, initially we were only going to places in, like, Upper Manhattan and the Bronx, but now we got partner sites in Brooklyn, Lower Manhattan, got ones in Queens. Looking forward to seeing that, seeing different campuses.
Can you tell me a little bit more about what you do for the City Tutors?
Okay, so since I'm the tutor trainer and coordinator. Mm-hmm. So basically the job goes into two parts. One is training the tutors. So our training series, we're aligning it with national standards according to the CRLA, the College Reading and Learning Association. Or is it the College?
No, College Reading and Learning Association.
Okay,
right.
So I got it right. Sometimes I forget what the acronym stands for. So we want to make sure that the training series is aligned with that, but we also want to make sure that the training series is flexible to the different tutors. Not all of the tutors are college students. Some of them are working professionals, retired professionals, and we need to sort of keep their schedule in mind for the training series. So I try to be flexible with that. So that's the sort of the training side of things, basically. For the coordinating, in addition to training them, I also want to introduce them to the different sites that they'll be tutoring at. So that usually involves talking to our partner sites in different locations, letting them know that they have a tutor, being with them as they're first introduced to them, and also doing observations of the tutorial or the class sessions later on in the semester.
Okay. Is there anything that you've learned while working for City Tutors that you'll always remember, that you always keep in mind as you're working, or something like that?
Just no one.
Just no one.
Okay, that's a rather bitter lesson, but you gotta just keep on top of things because volunteer organization, like we are a professional organization, but sometimes it's just really easy for people to just let things slip, like following procedures or, it's like just taking the surveys. I just want to make sure that everything's going okay. Talk to me, please. So, just making sure that like everybody's on top of everything and making sure that everything's going okay. Sometimes you just need to follow up with people consistently.
Okay. How about, is there anything that you feel that City Tutors can improve? Be it communication or anything else that you think that can strengthen our organization?
Well, there's a lot of stuff that we can improve on, and we're definitely trying. Like communication, I definitely want people to be talking to me more, but also like putting forward their own ideas. Because like me, Gary, there's only so much like people at the top can do on their own. And this is where like a lot of people who are, like if they're bringing in fresh ideas, that can be really helpful. And we want City Tutors to sort of be a creative outlet for them, something that they can really just hang their hat on. So yeah, just being like more open, being more forward, and like sort of getting the ideas of our different tutors.
Okay. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
your time. I really enjoyed this.
Woo!